And so we are off to do a little book shopping. I've got my list of books that I'm interested in, authors, series, and I have a partner in crime. She's coming along for the ride and interested in helping out, looking maybe for some books for herself as well. It's going to be fun. I'm going to take some different video content and hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. This is episode 2 of 5 of my massive super mega book haul. Yes, I have 15 books that I want to talk about in this episode, and I picked these up from a used bookshop called Penzies. It is in Charleston, where I used to work, and I tend to go there every chance I can. If I'm in the town, I'll try to stop by and check it out, even if it's just to walk in and say hi. The gentleman that works there, the owner, his name is Bob, tends to usually do me good. He knows I'm pretty frequent. He knows typically what I'm looking for, and so he has a massive amount of books, rare books to science fiction to old school vintage paperbacks, mass market, thrillers, some signed books. Really interesting shop. It's very packed in there. And so I stopped by there and wanted to check that out. And I ended up getting these 15 books. So let's dive right in and talk about it, because I have books from sword and sorcery to mystery to sci-fi, crime, so men's adventure. So let's dive right in. I am always on the lookout for Pal Anderson, and so I picked up Three Worlds to Conquer by Pal Anderson, and they are Jupiter, Ganymede, and Earth. And so interesting kind of concept book, and so yeah, really cool cover, really cool paperback. I'm gonna check that out. I have been looking for this book for a long, long time, and I finally found a vintage paperback. It is The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. What's cool about this is in the very back, there is an old library insert, and this thing has not been used. As you can see, this thing is completely blank, but it's got the old typewriter print there in the sleeve, and you can put it right in there. As you can see, yeah, it's so cool. And it's in pretty good condition. A little bent there. There was a dog-eared page in one of them that I fixed. But yeah, really excited about this. Very cool pickup. I found this Daw book. This is Andre Norton. It's a collection of different stories in here as well. So it's kind of an omnibus collection of short stories. Really cool from Daw. And then I was super excited about this, and I almost bought a couple that were in sleeves and wrapped, but I didn't. But I found 3 Conan paperbacks, and I don't have any of those. I've got the omnibus collections, and then I've got a mass market paperback of a Conan tale, pastiche. But this one is Conan the Adventure by Robert E. Howard, or Conan the Avenger by Robert E. Howard. Really cool cover. Pretty good condition. I got by L. Sprague de Camp, I got Conan the Swordsman. Very cool cover. And this one is also by de Camp and Lynn Carter, and it is Conan of the Isles. Very cool cover. So I was really excited about that. I also found an Edgar Rice Burroughs Tarzan and the Ant-Men. It's a little beat up, but I couldn't pass up the price, which I'll talk about here shortly. But yeah, Tarzan and the Ant-Man by Edgar Rice Burroughs, number 10 in the series. Really cool cover. I'm always on the lookout for this, and I did find some others. So we're going to talk about Ed McBain quite a bit in this, or several times in these different haul episodes. But I found this really cool mass market paperback of Sadie When She Died by Ed McBain. It's an 87th Precinct novel. Very cool, kind of modern cover. Really like that. And then there, this bookshop has a ton of mid-adventure. If I picked up one from a different place, but he had a ton of executioner novels by Don Pendleton. I didn't pick up any from him, but I've got my eye on them. Has, postage trays full of these vintage paperbacks, but I did pick up these. He has a ton of these as well. The Nick Carter, I got some over here, but I picked up 3 Nick Carters, and they're a little worse for wear, but at least this one is. But it's still pretty cool. Operation Snake. These are Killmasters. I think that's the name of the series. This one is Assignment Intercept. Kind of a water world. Kind of reminds me of like the water section in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was like impossible if you ever played Super or NES. Yeah. Back in my younger days. The Mendoza Manuscript. Really cool cover there. I really like the font here. And so then I had a couple other books that I picked up. I saw this one, and I always look for Roger Zelazny. I don't know why I say Roger Zelazny. This one was The Dream Master. He is Charles Rinder, the Shaper. He is a psychoanalyst and a mechanic of dreams in a warm womb of metal. His patients dream their neurosis, while Rinder, intricately connected to their brains, dreams with them, makes delicate adjustments, and ultimately explains and heals. Interesting concept. And so then last, but certainly not least, I have heard about this author, and I don't know much about them. I know there's a pretty big series here. It's a mystery series. It's by Ellery Queen. And I picked up 3 books, but there's actually, the middle one is 2 books, but we'll talk about this. The Roman Hat Mystery. This actually happens to be the first one in the series. I think there's 34 or 35 books in this series. It's a mystery series. Really cool cover. But this is book 1. The others are in various parts of the series. But this one was a double. And it has 10 Days Wonder and The King is Dead. Ellery Queen. And then this one is The Scarlet Letters by Ellery Queen. Very cool, kind of modern-esque cover. But yeah, that is what I picked up from Penzies. And so I was really excited because obviously, Bob does me right when I go there. And so I got 15 books. The price was $19.50 in total. So I paid around $1.30 a book. And, the 87th Precinct, the Conans alone, I would have paid $4 to $7 a book at least on those. And so you just can't pass up some of these other books. I mean, they're basically free at that point. But $1.30 book is incredible. I was really excited about picking these up. And so that is episode number 2 of 5 in this super mega book haul. Really excited to share with you the rest of them. Remember, stay tuned, 9:30 Central each day this week. I will release these episodes of this massive book haul, and I hope you're enjoying it. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks.